According to news reports, Congressman Hensarling, the Republican chairman of the House Financial Services Committee, will soon be introducing a bill that repeals many of the financial reforms Congress put in place after the 2008 crisis. Now, we've only seen a summary of the bill so far, but even from that, it's clear that Congressman Hensarling and his fellow Republicans think that the poor Wall Street banks have suffered too much under the new rules, and it's time for them to return to the good old days before the 2008 crisis when these banks could run wild. Now, I only have 5 minutes today, but let's take a look at some of the many problems with Congressman Hensarling's wet kiss for the Wall Street banks. The first is the congressman's claim that he can end too big to fail by repealing the Financial Stability Oversight Council's ability to designate huge financial firms as too big to fail and put some extra restrictions on them. Apparently, Congressman Hensarling thinks that you can end too big to fail simply by stopping regulators from calling firms too big to fail. I don't actually think that's how it works. So let's look at some of the other changes that the congressman proposes. Financial regulators have been independently funded since they were created, in some cases dating as far back as the Civil War. The idea was to keep politicians from interfering by threatening to cut off a regulator's budget when the regulator tried to clamp down on a politically powerful bank. Congressman Hensarling wants to get rid of that protection so that the bank regulatory process will be subject to more political meddling. He also wants to subject any new major financial rule to a second vote in Congress, effectively giving congressional Republicans the ability to block any rule that they or their friends on Wall Street don't like. Very much. Congressman Hensarling is in New York today, meeting with Donald Trump to discuss what we could call his Wet Kiss for Wall Street Act. Now, while most Republicans in Congress are debating not whether to run away from Trump, but how far and how fast, Congressman Hensarling is sprinting toward Trump Tower. I get that the Republicans want unity right now. They want to do well in the elections, and they think unity is how to get there. But if unity means a marriage between Donald Trump's toxic racism and Jeb Hensarling's Wall Street giveaways, then I think they'd be better off with division. That is not what the American people are looking for, and it is a path to ruin both for our economic system and for our country. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.